So I know that this isn't what you guys subscribe for, but Mortal Kombat is my favorite game, so I decided to find out all the information that is available about the next title and put it in this video. Now, the game seems a lot slower than the previous versions of Mortal Kombat, and the fact that it doesn't have run means that there's going to be a lot more emphasis on the footsies and the neutral game. And the combos seem to be also toned down, which, in my opinion, I think it's actually a good thing. I personally do like long combos when you put your opponent in the corner and you do like 45% worth of damage in a 25 combo strings. And it's really cool, but it's not really cool for the opponent. It's not really cool when you're getting stuck in one of these combo loops and all you have to do is to watch the screen as if you're watching some sort of cinematic. And it kind of takes away from the enjoyment of the game. So shorter combos might actually be a good thing. Now, because the combos are shorter, there doesn't seem to be a combo breaker mechanic in this game, which, again, kind of makes sense. Now, let's go to the resources. As you can see, the resources have been dramatically changed. You don't get resources by attacking your opponent anymore, which is going to be quite interesting, especially for zoning characters. Like when you play the previous Injustice games and you're fighting against, I don't know, someone like Dr. Fate, and he's zoning you in the corner, he's going to constantly be building meter while you're trying to get in. And when you finally manage to get in, he's going to have like a lot of resources while your character might have his energy bar depleted. So this new system kind of goes around that. And it's going to be very interesting to see how the zoning game is going to be here. Again, like a lot more emphasis is probably going to be on footsies. Now, the way it works is that you got one bar for offense and one bar for defense. The bar for offense obviously is used to empower your special moves. What's interesting about this game is that you don't have a button like in the previous ones where you would just do the normal move, then press the button and the move would come out enhanced. It seems that every character has like a different way to enhance every single move. So, for example, for Scorpion, if he does his spear and he just throws it out, he's going to knock down after his spear connects. But if you press kick right after the spear connects, you're going to use one bar of offensive meter and the spear is going to stun your opponent and you can go into a combo. This does seem to be kind of interesting. I really don't like this though because now you're going to have to memorize like every single ability from every single character and have to know what they do. So it's going to be making the game more difficult, not from a technical point of view, but just from like having a list of things that of knowledge that you need to have in order to play different characters. This, of course, was not going to be a problem for the people who are one-trick pony and just main a single character. Another thing is that some characters do have moves that always cost meter. So these aren't moves you can enhance, but these are moves that will always cost one bar. But apparently these moves are incredibly powerful, so they're always worth it. Now, when you look at the defensive meter, well, you can use it in several ways. One of them is using interactables, so picking up stuff from the environment, either when you're in a corner trying to hop away, or when you pick up something in order to attack your opponent, that costs a bar of defensive meter. Another thing you can do is when you're in a combo, as I mentioned, you don't have combo breakers, but if your opponent is juggling you, you can actually force your character to fall down on the ground instantly. And this is going to get the opponent to potentially miss the combo, and you also get armor on your way down. But this consumes one bar of both defensive and offensive meter. And what's interesting about this is that this meter just regenerates over time normally, but if you do this, it's going to regenerate slower. So different actions might cause the meter to drain, but it will get it to regenerate back at different levels. You can also roll off the ground, either backwards or forwards, and you are invincible while rolling. However, you are not immune to grabs. Another thing which this game has now is called Perfect Block. Now, Perfect Block is done by pressing block at the exact correct time, and you will not take chip damage. And you can also, if you do a correct perfect block, you can then punish your opponent for it. And it's interesting because let's say some characters that might have a 1-1-2 string, and the 1-1 comes really fast, but then there's a gap, and then you do the 2 string. You could probably block the first 2 and then perfect block the third attack and then go into a punish. And if the string might be safe on block, well, by doing this technique, it might make it unsafe on block. However, it does cost meter in order to do this, so it's going to be an interesting psychological game to do the strings that normally are unsafe with a perfect block if the opponent has no more resources. Another cool mechanic is, and this is actually something that's quite hyped up, is crushing blow. Now, the way crushing blow works is the same like brutalities in Mortal Kombat 11, in Mortal Kombat 10, sorry. But basically, you have to do certain things in order to unlock them. So, for example, for Sub-Zero, as I understand it, he has to perform 3 slides. So after he performed 3 slides, on the 4th slide, if he does it again, it's going to deal massive damage. And there's like different crushing blows for different characters. For example, for Baraka, the way it's done, if you trap your opponent in the corner, when you do a grab and the opponent takes the wrong way, then the opponent gets the crushing blow. So, for example, you do a forward grab and the opponent tries to take the back grab, then you get the crushing blow. And this is going to open so many mind games, and it's going to be so cool to watch this at EVO, because imagine you're trapping your opponent in the corner and you do a grab. Now, of course, the opponent is going to expect that you're going to still do the forward grab, so he remains in the corner, and he's going to try to take that. So you might actually do a back grab trying to trick the opponent into taking the wrong way, so you get the crushing blow. Now, the way the crushing blow works is that you can have them to happen by default. Like after you do 3 slides with Sub-Zero, the 4th one will always be a crushing blow. Or you can go into the menu and turn that option off so that the crushing blows only happen when you hold the button press. So for example, Sub-Zero slide is back forward 1, and if you hold 1 press, then it's going to go into the crushing blow. So obviously every single pro player is going to want to have this so that they have more control over the way they execute the combos. Finally, the last mechanic is the fatal blow. Now, I personally don't like the fatal blow that much. Once your character goes below 30% HP, then they get the option to do the fatal blow. And the fatal blow is just once per game. Like you decide if you want to use it in the first round or the second round. But once you use it, it's gone. The thing that I don't like is that if you miss, then it's going to start regenerating. So like after 5 or 10 seconds, you get it back up. And I really hate this because it takes away of the risk. Like this means that if you keep on trying, eventually you're going to get your crushing blow every match. So I really don't like this. I do appreciate that it's like the Ultra in Street Fighter 4, where every character has it. But again, like with Street Fighter 4, you use your Ultra, and if you miss it, tough luck. But this doesn't seem to be the case. Like if you miss it, then you can just play a little bit more safe, and you're going to get it back up again. So maybe they change it, but unlikely. Now, regarding the characters that were revealed, apparently there was this guy who played the game and was supposed to test it, and then he revealed some of the characters, basically breaking the non-disclosure agreement. Maybe he's going to get sued for that, who knows. But apparently, like, some of the other characters that might come out are Jax, Shang Tsung, Liu Kang, and Kung Lao. Really excited about Shang Tsung. He is a favorite character of mine, but he's usually like a little bit more difficult to play than a lot of people like. So we'll see how that goes. The costume system looks pretty neat. I personally wonder if Scarlet is going to have her original costume, but I highly doubt it. A lot of people think she might, but I don't bet on it. It's too sexualized, And the last thing that I want to talk about are the variations for characters. Now, the developer said that people are going to be able to create their custom variations, and I'm pretty sure that this might be interesting, but I don't think they will allow it in competition. So basically, if you want to play professionally, there's going to be 3 variations for every character that are the default ones, and that's the ones that people are going to use. The custom variation might just be a thing to mess around online. I personally want to use it. I want to play this game in ranked mode and climb the ladder. And if you're from Europe, not from the United States, usually it doesn't matter that I say this, like people from the United States will still contact me and I'll still have to say no. But if you're from Europe, I will definitely enjoy playing a few matches with you and we can stream them online. I don't play with Americans simply because of the lag. I'm sorry. It's like every time I try to play a fighting game with people from other continents, there's a lot of lag. So I don't really appreciate that. But you know, if you're from Europe, especially Eastern Europe, then yeah, we can play even from Russia actually. Like I get good connection with people from Russia. Yeah, like I know this is not the type of video I usually make on my channel, but I am definitely hyped up about this game. So you know, if you're a Mortal Kombat fan, I'm pretty sure you're going to love it. If you're not a Mortal Kombat fan, maybe you should try it out. It's a good game. Quite fun as well, and the story seems to be quite interesting, so you might like it because of that. Let me know what you think. Looking forward for reading from you guys in the comment section.